And do I have a fun one for you today? Grilled bourbon pecan butter cake. Yeah, all that. We got all that going on. You can find a recipe link down below or go to kennethtemple.com. First things first, let's dive into this. We got to get our egg whites separated from our egg yolks. So I'm going to show you two ways, all right? You can take the egg and then you can just go ahead on and toss the egg yolk back and forth until the egg white falls. Now you do risk the chance of poking the egg yolk with the shell, or you can do my preferred method and just crack the egg in your hand and let the egg white just fall out and let gravity do all the work. All right, then after that, you get all your egg whites in one bowl. You want to go ahead on and beat your egg whites until they stiff. I like to gradually increase my speed as I whip my egg whites until I get them nice and fluffy when I take the beaters out and get that stiff peak. Then in another bowl, I'm going to take 2.5 sticks of room temperature butter. All right, then we're gonna go ahead on and we're gonna cream that on up. And then after we get that creamed up, then we're gonna go ahead on and add our sugars. We're gonna add our dark brown sugar and our white sugar. All right, go ahead on, mix those together, get them nice and cream. Cream just means just incorporate and get things nice and smooth. All right, it should be light, airy, and well balanced. All right. And then we're gonna go ahead on and add our sour cream and we're gonna add our bourbon. I did say it was the bourbon cake, right? So we gotta add our bourbon. Go ahead on and give that a mix, and your mixture should look like this, nice and smooth. Now we're gonna go ahead on and add our egg yolks one in at a time. All right, then we're gonna add some nutmeg to our flour. Go ahead on and give that a little stir to make sure that nutmeg is all up in that thing. You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna go ahead on and add our flours in thirds. The reason why we do this is so we don't over mix our flour and cause more gluten to form, which will make our cake less tender, and also so we don't have a face full of flour once we cut off the mixing bowl. All right, so after you mix that up, we're gonna add in our toasted pecans, and then we're gonna go ahead on and fold in our egg whites. We're really not gonna fold them, right? We're gonna like start to fold them and then start to stir it, because if you try to fold this, you're gonna be up here all day. So give it a little fold, then give it a little stir. And the reason why you just want to do this is because you're trying not to knock down all the volume of those egg whites. Okay, you see that? A thick batter equals a tender cake. Go ahead on and butter you up a cast iron skillet, and then go ahead on and pour your cake into that skillet. All right, so after you get your batter all in there, give it a shake, give it a drop to release any air bubbles. Now let's go ahead on and bring this to the grill. So earlier I pre-soaked a cedar plank for 2 hours to add to the smokiness. And then we're gonna go ahead on and pop this cake in a 375-degree grill for 35 minutes. Then we're gonna open it up and rotate the cake and cook it for another 20 minutes. And oh, voila! I just finished baking the cake on the grill. Look at how gorgeous that is, all right? I've never seen a cake cooked on a grill before. I hope you haven't, because I'm gonna be your go-to source for this. Now, if you don't feel like making this cake on the grill, you can always bake it in an oven. After you let the cake go ahead on and cool for 10 minutes, go ahead on and cut you the slice of cake to your heart's desire. You can cut a little bitty piece, you can cut a big old piece. Me, myself, I'm going for a big old piece, all right? Now, I did notice that the cake was slightly burnt on the outside, but I'm telling you, it didn't taste too bad. With all those sugars we got up in there, it still worked, okay? Now, if you have a propane grill, it may be a lot easier for you to control the heat and keep it at 375 degrees. If you're using a charcoal grill like I did, you will have to possibly add more charcoals along the way so that you can keep that even temperature. I do give you tips on how to make sure you have your grill set up, keep the vents closed and all that good stuff. All you gotta do now is put a scoop of ice cream on the top and enjoy, all right? Somebody pass me a fork so I can eat this cake. Y'all can get the recipe link down below. I'll see y'all next time.